Hi, Humnah. How are you?
I'm good.
So tell me, where did you come in from today?
I came in from Brampton.
Came in from Brampton. And you've are one of our winners in our Braille writing competition. When did you first learn Braille?
I learned it in grade 1 when I was 6 years old.
6 years old, and you're 12 now, is that right?
Yes.
So you're probably quite an expert on Braille by now, would you say?
Well, I have learned contracted and uncontracted Braille, and I have taught it to a few people as well.
Excellent. So you're spreading the Braille word. How easy is it to teach Braille to other people?
Um, well, the more tricky part is actually getting them to pay attention to the dots because most people just want to type because they find it fun.
They find it fun on a Perkins Braille typing?
Yes.
Yeah, lots of people want to type out their name in Braille, don't they?
Yes, I've written out quite a few people's names for them.
Well, there's something about it that it's really is quite magical, and it's really important when you're going through school to be able to master your Braille. So congratulations that you're already doing contractions. So you submitted a story for the competition. Tell me a little bit about the story.
The story follows a boy named Aaron, and on a walk one day, he finds a stone and then he takes it back to his home. And then he ends up finding himself in a different city because of that stone. And then he goes on an adventure to try and help the city's people.
Wow. So it's that's a very creative way of building a story. What made you think of doing that?
My grade 3 teacher, Mr. Brum, assigned us an assignment where he had us write a story about a character who would have to find a box and then would end up in a different city or end up in a situation that they'd have to get out of.
So you used some elements from grade 3 and thought about how could you apply that to a different type of storyline, but using similar themes.
Yes.
That's very, very creative. So what do you like most about Braille?
Well, I guess because it opened up the way for me to read and I really enjoyed listening to books,
Hmm.
but I also really, really enjoy to read
Yeah. And that's different, isn't it?
and
Listening to
write
a
as
book
well.
and reading a book in Braille, they're different, aren't they?
Yes, I'll often listen to a book. I remember I listened to a book, but even though I listened to it, I still went and read it.
Yeah. That's fantastic. I think that, in today's world, everything is very quick and short, and sometimes, people are trying to get things in a hurry. And there's something about reading it, and reading it in Braille that allows you to really absorb the book. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, it's different than just hearing it, isn't it?
Yes.
Excellent.
Then you
Well,
can more imagine the characters for yourself, but in an audiobook, they're given voices.
yeah, that's very true. And imagination is what allowed you to win the competition, isn't it? Because your story was well written and also had great imagination. So congratulations.
Thank you. The Stone Key by Humnah Tahir. Once there was a boy named Aaron. On a summer afternoon, he decided to go for a walk in his neighborhood. Aaron walked on the sidewalk next to his street. The sun was going down, but the air was still warm. Just as Aaron came to the end of the sidewalk, something shiny caught his eye. Aaron bent down in the grass. He spotted a stone, shiny as tinfoil, but certainly a stone, shaped like a key. Aaron collected rocks and he decided to add the stone to his very large collection. But when he picked it up, something strange happened. The rock began to grow warmer as Aaron re-entered his home. Moments after locking the front door, Aaron noticed that the stone was glowing. Confused, he turned the stone over 3 times in his hand. Then he felt himself being swept upward as the stone swept him off to a hidden city named Corny. When Aaron landed, he found himself standing in front of a very old tree, the strangest he had ever seen. The tree had black, dying leaves and red bark. Aaron stared in shock. Then he looked behind him. A man stood there. "Hello there," the man said. Aaron looked behind the man. The city was covered in fog. People walked with their heads down, mumbling grumpily. "Where am I, sir?" Aaron asked the man. It expected the man to ask how he did not know the name of the city. but instead the young man replied, "Corny." Then the man spotted the silver stone in Aaron's hand. "The tree chose you," he said more to himself than Aaron. Aaron stared. "Excuse me, sir, what did you say?" he said more. "Follow me," the man said, starting to walk away. After a moment, Aaron began to follow, wondering what was going to happen. The man led Aaron to a withering field of grass. Looking around to make sure no one was around, he began to explain. "My name is Ben Anderson," he said. "The city of Corny was once a wonderful place until King John's brother took over as king while John went on vacation. When King John came back, he found nearly all of the city's people in rags on the street. King John went to go speak with his brother Christopher and found that he was cursed by a sorcerer named July. July had cursed the city and was using her magic to keep Christopher from doing anything. John freed his brother and sentenced July to jail, but the spell has not broken. July's spell has damaged the silver birch that gives the city joy. The only way the tree can be mended is if a special person goes beyond our city and gets memory water from a black cauldron."